If you want to be a top salesperson or you are one, you want to get better, I'm going to give you the top sales traits of top salespeople so you can follow those. Let's get right into it. Trait number 1, laser focus on what's most important. So look, no matter what's going on with the economy and the industry or the world in general, top salespeople always hit their numbers. They always manage to make the calls and ultimately the sales they need to make. This comes from the realization that as a salesperson, only one thing counts: how much you sell. So top salespeople know that regardless of what's going on in the world, they simply have to do the necessary prospecting, presenting, and closing, and they have to be committed to get those done no matter what. As a result, they always sell more during good times and in bad. Changes in price, competition, rules and regulations, and other factors never seem to affect them like they affect everyone else. They also don't get bogged down in other peripheral items such as doing too much research, having the perfect call, paperwork, or other items that keep them from talking to prospects and selling. Success trait number 2, work ethic. So look, top salespeople are the hardest working people around, and they do the work necessary for success. They also work smart, but when it comes to making phone calls, knocking on doors, and doing the other grunt work, they don't look for shortcuts or the easy way out. They simply do it. They show up before everyone, work after everyone, and they get more accomplished than everyone else. Also, they answer their phone before and after business hours, and they're super responsive. Look, if they're in the twilight of their career, they may not put in the hours that they once did, but when it came to building their business initially, no one outworked them. Success trait number 3, an ability to act in spite of fear and step out of their comfort zone. So look, salespeople can become awfully creative when it comes to staying in their comfort zone and avoiding things that they fear, such as cold calls. You know, in 37 years, I've heard some of the most ridiculous excuses as to why people can't make calls, can't close the deal, can't ultimately do what's necessary for success. I've heard excuses related to pets, kids, religion, health, politics, and other concerns are so ridiculous. If I gave you an example, you'd think I made it up. Look, top salespeople, on the other hand, they step out of their comfort zone. They face and overcome fear every single day. They make the call they're afraid to make. They try the crazy idea that might embarrass them, but it might just work. And they do whatever it takes to be successful, regardless of how scared or afraid they might be. In short, they simply do what needs to be done regardless of their fear or discomfort. Success trait number 4, having integrity and character. So look, while you can have some short-term success in sales without either of these, long-term success is impossible without both. Integrity and character involve being honest with people and truly caring about them. With integrity and character, you will not make a sale unless it's right for both parties involved. You will also do what's right for the person you're selling to, even if that means sending them to the competition. Now, granted, you shouldn't have to do that too often. If you do, maybe you're selling the wrong product or for the wrong company. But that said, you need to be willing to do what's right, regardless of the situation or the circumstance. Knowing that, at the end of the day, all you have is your reputation. Success trait number 5, a focus on people and relationships. So related to the above, your focus needs to be on people and long-term relationships. At the end of the day, unless you're selling batteries at Walmart, the most important element in the sale is the relationship. This also means you need to be staying in touch with people and continuing to develop and strengthen relationships. At the end of the day, your long-term success will come down to the loyalty and size of your network. Success trait number 6, preparation. So look, top salespeople are always well prepared. They have great answers to questions, objections, and all other items that might come up during a prospecting interaction. They're continually upgrading their skills and developing themselves personally and professionally. They constantly get better at selling, communication, and understanding other people. Success trait number 7, confidence. Top salespeople have complete and total belief in themselves, their product, and their company. Top salespeople truly believe that others must have their product, and they believe that customers' lives are much better off as a result of owning their product. Top salespeople know that the first sale is to yourself. You have to have complete belief and conviction in your product before you can sell it to anyone else. Success trait number 8, accepting 100% responsibility for success or failure. So look, Top salespeople take 100% responsibility for everything in their lives. They realize success in their lives comes down to them, and it's not determined by outside factors such as the economy, the market, or other people. Everything starts and stops with them. So those are your 8 success traits that separate the best salespeople from everyone else. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like it and pass it on. Hit subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next video.